Announced almost half a year ago, ever since actually underwent the shadow of much bigger reveals, at number 1 we have from a really well-known publisher a game called Europa. Guys, Europa is an action-adventure open world game that's half a Baldo from last year and another half just Breath of the Wild with hints of Ghibli studio designs and graphics as well. Europa is said to be coming to PCs, we're not really sure precisely when, but words has it by the end of the year. Check it out just in case you missed it.
It's time for you to learn some things. The Saga conflict, ongoing for thousands of years, has finally come to an end.
Number 2 from the same publishers, developers of Tales of Glacier. I actually doubt any of you would even remotely remember that game since it's a VR. We've got, after 5 years of absence of these guys, a new game from the same company called Kaku, Ancient Seal. Kaku here is once again an open world action adventure on some future version of Earth, albeit a post-apocalyptic one, where we're just once again on the brink of extinction. Here's the trailer. We know this game is coming to PCs in the PlayStation consoles only, May 4.
Everything will go down in flames! Dust!
Feel the roar of the wind! The raging waves will swallow you up.
A couple of weeks ago, we came across the reveal of a game called Ravenlock. Well, technically speaking, gameplay trailer, because earlier we had a cinematic of this one. Ravenlock, which is a classic yet modern action RPG adventure in nature, will now be coming to PCs and Xbox consoles only on May 4, finally. Looking, well, described by developers as a cinematic 3D pixel fairy tale, and it's as of yesterday, ready for pre-purchase. Take a look. Due out around August this year, after almost an entire year of development. At number 4 we have Ronin Trail. Ronin Trail also is an open world adventure game at its core, actually sitting on Steam through a demo for a week now and is quite a bit inspired by The Devil in Sight. Well, another indie open world 2D 3D game we've been waiting for years ever since revealed. This one's however about Ronin's life, technically funded fully on Kickstarter, with 5 of its goal and 4 to go, and already gathered about 4 times its initial goal. Coming as a first work of its developers. Technically second, the first game you see was remarkably off the radar, and compared to what we have here, there's a world of difference. But at number 5, we have a game called Last Moon. A Metroidvania actually action-adventure RPG. I like to think so far just the smoothest game in making I've come across with inside 2023, if we're talking pixel art, which looks like it's cartoony, but it's actually pixel art. All we know, however, is that the game is coming to PCs soon.
For thousands of years, brave warriors have journeyed to Elamithia in search of 8 magical stones hidden throughout the world.
Coming up behind that, we have once again Elements. Elements is an action RPG adventure, a lot in the same style of Kena, Bridge of Spirits from last year. This game is only set to be released on major consoles, possibly, and on PCs in the final quarter of 2023. It's been rumored ever since 2 years ago to have been in its final stages of development. And for those of you new here, as you can see, it's an open world game about 2 siblings on the search of about 8 elemental stones to save the world. Number 7, with just $5,000 short of making all of its Kickstarter campaign goals meet, but already into full development stage and promising a December release on PCs and Switch only. We've got over here an action-adventure hybrid set in a colorful world inspired by The Legend of Zelda and Studio Ghibli, with handcrafted pixel arts and definitely inspired by retro classics, a game called Kloa, Child of the Forest. This game is now coming over to basically PCs and Switch, and we just got a new trailer for it too. Sitting through a Kickstarter campaign for almost 2 years now since reveal, we've got Spindle, the absolute weirdest pixel art game on the channel we've ever come across or talked about, in which you wake up and realize one day as whatever that you're Green Reaper himself with a little piglet commanding you around, telling you what to do. Now there's a demo for Spindle on this Kickstarter campaign. You can try it. The game's set to be coming out fully for PCs around August this year with all goals met. Number 9, sitting on Steam through a demo, it is a game called Crystal Story: Dawn of Dusk. Guys, Crystal Story is an action RPG that blends retro-style graphics with some fast-paced action, heavily inspired by 16-bit classics as it's stated by developers, and you can probably tell by the footage looking rather like a cartoon as opposed to a game, with TV static effects and a dim design like Cuphead games. Anyway, this game's set to be coming to PCs fully in about a few months, supposedly. Announced roughly 2 years ago to this day. At number 10 we have Creature Keeper. This is a monster taming game where you fight alongside a bunch of other creatures that you've befriended in a period of time. So in nature it's just a story-focused adventure to a farming, crafting, animal taming life sim. You see, it's got all the correct elements of a farming RPG. It's cute, it's got pixel designs pretty classic in nature, and all we know is that it's coming on all platforms by the end of the year. Yacht Club Games, about precisely the same day now, but last year, came up with a Kickstarter of an adventure game called Mina the Hollower. What was described then as an action-adventure with a classic gameplay and an 8-bit aesthetic in the style of Game Boy Color games and refined for the modern era. This game just reached twice its initial goal on the Kickstarter campaign and set to be released by the end of the year, and we just got a new trailer for it too. And last but not least, of course, it's Tears of the Kingdom itself. The Legend of Zelda is set to be released on May 12, 2023 and coming to the Nintendo Switch exclusively as always, with the announcement then a couple of days ago that Nintendo released its final trailer, and this one, in case you missed it, easily took the cake as opposed to the first one. Right now you can pre-order the game, there is different versions you could do that with, and most importantly, this is what they came up with. Take a good look.
Zelda. We rely on your knight, and that legendary sword he carries. Our last line of defense will be Link.
Link. I know why I am here. It's something only I can do.
Do not look away. You witness a king's revival and the birth of his new world.
Okay, let's go!
But you are not alone.
Link. You are our final hope.